Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Idle Manager. We're on episode number 20. Recently, somebody asked, what is the objective? What am I trying to complete in this game? Well, here's the breakdown of what my goals are. I'm looking for total completion per se, and this is one of those games that doesn't necessarily have total completion to it. And so I picked a few benchmarks to aim for, to call total completion. And I was looking around, and there's a few aspects that I'm kind of glossing over to come up with 5 that just felt like they would essentially complete all of the possibilities that are out there. Well, anyway, here are those 5 objectives. First one, the number of floors. That seemed like a big deal early on. Now it actually seems like a very minor deal. This is one we can actually already check off. My goal, well, it was to get 10 floors. That seemed like, in terms of what the rent would cost as you look in, I mean, we're looking at 14 million if we were to add another floor just for a break room. 14 million. That's an insane amount. Well, the reason why it's so much is we not only have 10 floors, we already have beyond that. There's 2, 4, 6, there's 8, there is 10, and yes, we have 12 floors already. So, okay, you could check that one off. Goal number 1 is complete. Goal number 2, idols. I discovered that, 15 makes up a primary group, and that's all you can get. But with having B groups and having a subgroup that you're working and developing on, that means you can have 2 groups realistically. You could probably have more than that, but 2 full groups with 1 group in development and training seemed like a logical way to go to really show that, oh yeah, you've kind of hit the end point of the game. So my target is 30. Now we are beyond 15 now, as we have, let's see, 3, 6, 9, there's 12, there's 15, and there's 18 and 20. So we're up to 20 idols now. So we're 10 away from the goal on that. And we're going to continue hunting for those other 10 here in the near future, because we are, with 5 now, we actually have enough to make that B group, that subgroup, and possibly that's something we're going to work on in today's episode. While we're checking in on that, how far away are we from nationwide? We have 36 days to go. Oh, we'll definitely get to that mark within this episode. And as for regional, we could do a regional one now. We're guaranteed a silver idol, so 1.5 million. That would get us to 21, and then you could get 3, 4, 5 out of the nationwide search. So there's a great opportunity on that one to hit the additional marks and bring us a bit closer to that 30 within today's episode. So again, there's another mark that is coming up. Now, size of the group. And I'm seeing we have had some progression in our appeal and the opinion, because there was some categories that had less than favorable opinion. However, there's still one, female, casual, only 45%. The appeal is there, but the opinion, not so great. So we will want to address that in the near future with some of the music that we put out. So female casual is a near target, but that's hard to measure, trying to get that all the way towards 100% or something. So that's not one of our targets. But what is one of our targets is the activities. Now, spa treatment is not a thing. It's just recovery of stamina. But the performance and the promotion, early game in particular, is incredibly important to bringing this up. So I made this one of the targets, and you can see that each of these 2 categories go to level 10. So getting both of these to level 10, or a combined 20 levels, is one objective. We've got 17 of those 20 levels now, so we're just 3 levels away. Election votes, trying to get that to 50,000. We've run the election twice. First time was nowhere near, and so we were able to kind of gauge where we were at. So we did it a second time. We got to 45,000. We had level 10 in terms of popularity, but we still lacked the overall fan base. We were, I don't know, 700,000 when we ran that, 600,000 when we ran that last one, and that brought us to 45,000. So we're super close of knocking out level 9 in the performance category, but we've still got a little ways to go. A little ways. I think once we top 1 million and we get somebody else back to level 10, I think that combination will probably be enough to get us 50,000 votes. Meanwhile, top audience for a regular concert, we have already made that mark for level 10, and then it's World Tour, level 5. We now have everything at level 3, or we're about to have everything at level 3. I think we have a World Tour concert ready to go to knock out the other half dozen, the Southeast Asian region that we have not gotten to level 3 yet, and then that'll put everything on level 3. And then promotion. This one we have one level left to go, and that is getting a single idol with 6 stats at 99. We actually do have one idol that is gaining rather quickly and has 1 or 2 at 99 and has 4 or 5 in the mid 90s. So we have the possibility that somebody's going to hit that mark pretty soon. But I don't know about 6 stats. I think, like I said, it was 4 or 5 stats that she has. We can take a look at that one later to see where exactly we're at on it. But it's possible that we could hit that in the near future now that we have some of these legendary type idols joining us. And 6 stats is not all stats. They have 8 stats. So it actually is possible to do that with 6 stats at 99. But getting both of those, the 3 more combined levels, is one of our objectives we're looking to achieve. That's 3 objectives, by the way, 1 of 3 complete, but good, strong progress into all 3 of those. It's possible you've picked this one out already as one of my goals, one of my objectives, but my 4th objective is to complete all research, as in get everything to level 10. For me, that feels like game completion, right? Because this is one of those regular things that we are just constantly working on. And you can absolutely get into this game and nitpick, and you can go after just one specialization and then dominate and beat the game. But it seems like total completion is covering all bases. Not that we necessarily need to do anything with them, but that's why we're still pushing loneliness up to 10, and then we've got all these that aren't even unlocked yet. And that's why I'm constantly going after these other subcategories and pushing those, because I'm trying to get literally every single research category to a level 10, get them maxed out. So our recent focus has been TV drama, trying to push that up to level 10. Meanwhile, we're slowly building in this area more organically through action, but the business contracts just take and use stamina and generate funds that we don't necessarily need, as we have 4.7 billion. Choreography is a little easier, but this is also why I have a few of those staff members that we have that don't actually do anything besides research. So they are constantly working on research and building that. You can see we've already got 3 categories to level 10 here in the choreography section. Cute is halfway towards level 10, but instead of spending a huge amount of research points on that, we're doing that one organically through the songs, through the concerts, and then we're starting to unlock the next one and make it functional so that we can succeed in trying to sell and continue to make that money. But prepping the next one, which is a lot cheaper. I mean, you can see right now it's 1,700 points to upgrade, and we could actually do that. So let's go ahead and push out a few levels here. There you go. Now it's level 4. So when this does hit level 10, we'll immediately switch over to sexy. And I'm kind of picking level 4 or level 3 as a minimum on go time for something new. So that's bringing us along, and then we've still got elegant and experimental, but it looks like choreography could be one of the earlier ones to maximize and finish out. Meanwhile, at the same time, songs, we're getting along there with genres of songs. We already have 5 of them at level 10. Funk is now at that level 5, so it's pushing higher, and then we only have 3 further to go from there. So again, 2 categories that are really pushing along, and we can actually go ahead and make that level 6. From there, I think we'll let that go organically, and then we'll start to open up these others. So yeah, good things going on that front, but we still have quite a ways to go. There are 46 total categories. I don't have the count off the top of my head, but we're getting close to halfway on completing all of those. And with all of that research that we're gathering right now, we're proceeding a lot more rapidly than we were previously. And I'd say of the 4 we've covered so far, this one is still the furthest away from completion of the 4, but it's progressing quickly. And so it's not going to take us too long to get through and maximize everything. The concerts. This felt like a very big area of the game. So I was trying to figure out how to represent this one, and I figured the concerts themselves could and should be part of it. But then looking at the category, the concerts, the elections, the world tours, what's the big thing, right? Local or worldwide? Local, larger fan base with phone-in. I mean, each one seems a progression of the last. So it's the world tour that I picked out as the mega, the final challenge. And it's proving to be true because the concerts we've already maximized. We've already done the largest venue with 100% capacity, and the election, right? That one's close, but I saw that the election was, tied in with the activities anyway. So it was like, okay, no, I think we're good. It's not even level 10. It was level 9 where that one's tied in. So you could tell it's not the final stage. The final stage is the world tour, going to all these different venues around the world as a J-pop band and getting recognized in other nations. Yeah, that seems pretty mega, and ultimately feels like the final stage, the final step. Is it going to be the last one that we finish up with? I don't know. It was the one that we were struggling with the most, but now we have figured it out, and we're progressing a bit more quickly. Now, I think our overall fan base is a factor. Like, we're going to have to keep building. 900,000 is not going to be enough. We need a lot more than that. We're going to need millions. Obviously, we're close to the first million, but I think we're going to need millions. I think it's going to have to be plural before we can actually get to 5 stars, I'm assuming. And obviously, now that we have figured it out, that cooldown period, yeah, that's going to be important. Considering I have 24 days left on this one, I think maybe I already did complete our 3rd star in that other area last time out. So I believe we have 3 stars on every nation now. So obviously the next one, yeah, you can add +1, 4 stars, but then we got to get to 5 stars. So we still have a ways to go. That puts us 60% of the way if we did get those others to 3 stars now. And that's 18 nations that we can visit. So that is pretty big chunk of the points that I'm earning. If you've never followed the channel before, I do on the side from just covering games. I do have what I call the gaming decathlon, and that is doing 10 games like the Olympic decathlon. 10 games, 1,000 points for each one, and it's those 5 things that I base those points off of, with the game itself being worth 1,000. Right now I've got about 600 points, so we've progressed pretty nicely into the game, but we still have a ways to go yet. And like I said, only 1 of 5 objectives are actually complete at this point. Holy cow, I'm already halfway into an episode. Let's play! Surely didn't take us long. Nishi Fuyuka began playing a popular gacha RPG and frequently posts images of her character roles, often joking about how much money she spends on the game. So this morning, an anti-gambling group headed by concerned parents has started using her as a face of the scourge of bad gambling influences on young people. While some fans think it's funny, others agree with some of the campaign's points and worry that idols' images may be tarnished if they associate themselves with the business practices of gacha mobile games. Makes him from posting gacha rules to ban her, don't react, insist that she stops playing the game. I have a feeling we are headed for a scandal. This is gonna make our player upset. This is going to lead to scandal points. I hate telling her no, but I just don't want scandal points right now. So sorry. Yeah, she's very, very unhappy. See, I knew I had something in the works. It was a TV show. Let's go ahead and launch that TV show. Okay, audience is much bigger than what we were getting before, though. I mean, we were getting pretty small audiences, and it looks like we're barely losing money on this one, as we do have a level 10 on Game Show. It will lead to an expansion of our fan base, so I think we will let this one run for a little while. I mean, that was 5-star. That was not exactly great. We're still losing money on it. We're still losing money on it, but it is a larger audience, so we'll see how this one goes in time, if we can make something for it. Okay, we're ready for our next single. Let's go ahead and get that released. Beats to dance to. Babe, feel the rhythm. Coming up on 200 million. 630,000 though is all we made for that one, so I mean, it could have been better. We do get 2 more level 10s though, knocked out. That's good. Continuing on with those objectives, and look at all those new fans. Speaking of, I think we have the idols in a pretty good place in terms of their stamina. Yeah, only 1 on low stamina. Let's go ahead and do 1 week, building our fan base a bit more, pushing it towards 1 million. Iwasaki is out. So we're back down to 19. Shinzawa turns 15. Gets a +4. I'll take that. Does not lose any of that super cute factor that she has. Does not gain the cool or sexy though. I think she'll start getting that at 16. Is that when that mark comes? New Emperor seen. Train excites gaggle of girls. New young Emperor seems to have captured the hearts of many around the nation, including a swarming mob of fangirls enthusiastically crowding around the Imperial train's platform. Netizens were quick to notice that one of the faces in the crowd bore a striking resemblance of Nakamura Mina. It was privately confirmed to us that she was among the crowd. Reactions are split. They're enthusiastic, while others speculate perhaps might one day find herself with the title of Empress. However, some are critical, calling her a delusional fan, and others accusing her of princess syndrome taken to an excessive extreme. So we have stuff all over the place. News photo mistake state that it's merely expressing national pride. Yeah, national pride. Go with the national pride. Okay, no scandal points. I'll take it. A few fans not happy, but no scandal points. That's the important thing. Fan base growing, almost 950,000 now. As we continue to make a little push right there. I do probably want to get our next single on the go here in just a moment. Alright, I just pushed viral campaign up to level 5, which makes our success chance or effect that much better, but it also improves our odds. Failure has a 61% chance right now on viral campaign. That is, yeah, not good. But the losing 30% really isn't going to hurt us that much. It just means our sales aren't going to be that high. We're not going to bring in as much money, but money is not an issue right now. So we are really just trying to bring things along. Lyrics, we have our 4 options. We have nothing unlocked at the moment. So what did we want? We wanted casual. There's 10% for casual. 20% for casual. Okay, let's bring in the casual fans a little bit more this time. I do remember that being a bit of a weakness for us. We still have not done 800,000, so until we do, that is our temporary mark. And here we go. I'm slowly diversifying what we have. I'm trying to rotate on top. I think Nishi might be a good one to take a turn on top. Sure, let's give Nishi center for a change. And then Sora is a very strong second candidate. Here is our one with our 2 with no 99s, but mid 90s. There's our 99s. Iso has 2 99s, a 96 and a 92. You see in multitudes of 90s and high 80s here. And there is 6 that are 90 plus for Marita, who has been the center most often of late. She is closing in on some potential 99s. So let's make sure we get her in that second row. Let's get Sora in the second row. Iso has been with us a little bit less long, but we'll put her there. Mori is pretty good. Okabe is definitely doing good. Ozeki has not been happy of late, but she's just not as talented. I have a feeling we're going to lose her before too long, and that is okay, other than that I'm losing our only 9-star when that happens. But Marita is quickly coming along. She's going to have that 10-star fame. She's going to have that fan base, and I have a feeling that she's going to be our 50,000 vote getter, and not the likes of Ozeki. Seems like Imara Mayo is wrapping up a group rehearsal. Right, everyone? That was great. I think we're coming along nicely. Just one thing. I noticed that a lot of you seem to be less confident on your feet now that we're practicing a new dance and learning some new moves. That's fine, but I want to remind everyone not to forget about the fundamentals that you already know. I know some of you already went home and memorized the moves from the video I sent out last night, but remember, we dance with our bodies, not with our brains. It's good to memorize the order of moves, but we want to get this down to a point where you do all these moves without consciously thinking about them. Remember, your body is doing most of the work without you even thinking about it. When you walk forward, your body is shifting its balance from one foot to the other, lifting each foot at the precise moment that the other foot is ready to hold it. I feel like we had this one before, right? Whoa, Yamada Mori just hit coaching level 100 with her production going up as well, so nice. Miss Depression, she does turn 16, she loses some of her cute, it's a -8, she does not gain any cool or sexy. That sucks, and look how weak she is. +5s here at least, but okay, next single is ready. Let's go ahead and get that out. This is high chance of failure, really high chance of failure, so it's probably not going to work out, but it will help us level up a little bit faster. Yeah, -30%. It's not a big loss. It just brings us down massively. Now, 30%, right? That's half. That's half, so things really did not go well. I think we're also ready, yes, to prepare our auditions nationwide. Looking forward to that one. I do have a feeling that in the not too distant future, I very much like to, how's the term go? Not too distant future, oh, I've lost it. Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, memory, so fickle. Oh, cleanse a couple idols and, you know, take our pick from what we have. Like Iso, who looks like we could probably just let her go. 1 million fans, achievement. There it is. We've topped 1 million. It has happened. Right? Yeah, she's not going to care if you bring that up. You talk to her about it awkwardly. Talk about this whole thing. Cut straight to the point, or just bring up... Let's take it a little more subtly. This has full items that can make people, for example, sometimes people are going to put a stethoscope against their chest, try to keep certain devices warm so that they don't feel cold when pressed up against the skin, but sometimes it's necessary to make people feel uncomfortable in order to do my job. No, stay subtle, at least for one more. Be a little more specific. Let's get straight to the point. Now that she said be more specific, you mean like a device that 5 bit. Reaches into a drawer, pulls out a white plastic wand-shaped device. You press a small button and it begins vibrating in her hand. Talking about this, yes? Hachi wand. That's all. This is an honor. I'm quite fond of this device, though. I haven't had occasion to use it recently. That being said, I have found it immensely helpful around the office. It came in real handy when I had to treat people who were complaining about hypertonic muscles. You know, sometimes when you have tight muscles that just won't relax no matter how much you stretch or flex, pressing the vibrating tip, the Hachi one, against the affected muscle group will often do the trick. It's a real problem for some of the girls. Some of them get so intense during dance practice performance and they're done, the muscles don't relax. Say, it's great for training that. Just turn it on, press it against muscles, base of the neck, and you can literally see the tension leaving their shoulders. I know that people usually think of massage devices like this as being separate from normal medicine, but my job is to make sure that everybody's functioning. Let's just go with that could be. That must relieve muscle tension. If you look at the images of the packaging, it shows a woman pressing it into her back muscles. And here's another image showing a woman using it on her calves. Company's marketing clearly shows what this device is meant to be used for. You're telling me there's some people who are relieving muscle tension? Interesting. The literature to see the alternate uses for this device that I might be overlooking in my practice. Be careful. Yes. Just be careful. Counter. Another job isn't as physically intense as the idols who have to dance all the time, but you can develop muscle tension just from sitting in a chair all day. In fact, it's something I see a lot of people who spend their day hunched over a keyboard. If you ever feel muscle tension, need a quick release, feel free to stop by my office. In fact, I think I'm going to write an email to everyone on staff telling them that if they ever want to use ID1, they can stop by my office at any time. Let me in any case, I'll have to leave it up to you. There you go. Okay, we found a delicate way around this misunderstanding. As we top 5 billion and 1 million fans, Marita turns 21. +1 to smart. But no negatives, I'll take it. Alright, let's get it on like Donkey Kong with our next auditions. Regular. Wah wah. This is our mega editions, and we already wasted one away. We get a silver. Iwata. She is a 78 overall, which isn't great. The cute factor is never going to be super great on this one. She's already 22. Becomes less likable after center. She's never going to center. Not like that. I'm not even sure we want this one. That's very mediocre for a silver. She's so arrogant, too. That's a pretty big negative. Kojima. Kojima is 13. Crazy cute. The cool, sexy have very high potential. In fact, everything has really high potential. The dance is the only one that needs some work right now. That cool and sexy will come along. This is an easy one. She is a snitch, though. But we'll go ahead and hire her. Another ordinary. Let's get on to the next one. Another silver. Is this a better option? Lacks sexy. She is 23 already. She gets along better with the older girls because she's precocious. And she is not very talented either. I'm only hiring one. These two silvers are really quite poor. Wow. That is shocking. Passed some girls in the hallway who sounded like they were saying things about you. Ho ho ho. She is such a talker. Well, well, well. That did not go according to plan. Not one bit. But that popularity really rising quick. That fatigue though. Youch. Back under 5 billion. Oh no, we're broke. Nah, just kidding. Okie dokie. Well, we are making progress. After all, we probably need to get our next single prepped before we call this an episode. That viral campaign, look how quickly that is pushing towards level 6. So we do it once and it's already a big gain. I need to unlock lyrics. Let's do that. Research. Oh my goodness, we have things. I'd love to do the interviews, but we need to get something going. Rebelling, that is a +2. Casual, big plus, but it's a 0. +5 for friends. +25 for regret. I think that's going to be an obvious choice. Yes, let's get regret going. Okay, let's make sure we at least make some progress on interviews. There we go. And then we'll bring that up to level 4. That's a good start for that. Perfect. Let's get things going here too. The viral campaign needs a push. However, it doesn't need to come from me. Let it do its own thing. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care about those sales right now. Okay, we'll push that up to level 7. I think it can go from there on its own. That's a net 0. That's a -20. That's a -25. So net 0 it is for the next one. Start prepping metal. Dang, we already got that up to level 5. That was quick. Alright, let's go ahead and prep that single after all. Viral campaign. Funk. Regret now in the works. And then sexy. How is that coming out? Casual fans not caring for this. The adult and hardcore fans, male and young adults, are okay. If we succeed in that viral campaign, it'll go better. But right now, 29% is all we have for any sort of success chance. So it's not looking so good. But that'll get better as that levels up. Potential scandal yet again. Koga Ari live stream trolls. Yeah, we've all been there. Hire more moderators is probably going to be the way to go to deal with this, so we can avoid scandal. Yeah, her mental stamina's improved. She loses a few personal fans, but that works out. Yeah, no scandal. Alright, well, deck singles being prepped. We're in between singles here. We've hit the 5 billion mark, though we are temporarily below it. We've also hit the 1 million mark in fans, so that's a big step. And I would say that we are close enough now to take a look at the World Tour. However, yes, everything is 3 stars, but we still have fatigue of 28%. So next time we will be able to get to that. In the meantime, our new show is very mixed. It's not doing terribly well. It's losing a bit of money, but it does have a fairly wide audience. That fatigue is really picking up fast, though, for only 10 episodes. Apparently, TV is more tiring than radio. I don't know. Well, anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.